Hello again, YouTube. Welcome to another day in South Carolina living. It's probably going to be raining in the next 2 hours, so I just wanted to kind of go around. I have some checking on some things I got to do. Bought a trail camera online the other day and put it on the back side of our garden so I can see if we get any critters running through. We have a path that goes around the back of our garden through the trees that the deer were using last year, so I'm hoping that they're going to be using it again this year. We haven't seen any real markers or signs of the deer as of late. We had a few that came through and were eating some of the watermelon leaves when it was younger, but now we have more than just watermelon. We have pumpkin growing around the base of this tree, and every time it tries to run out, we just pull all of it back in. We're just making it go around and around around the tree so it doesn't go out into the yard. This is our garden. If you haven't seen our garden videos, we've pulled out most of the tomato plants. We have a few left here that we're going to have still keep going. This is the new trail camera I picked up online. And it's been out here for 2 days, so hopefully there's some footage on here that of maybe some deer. Like I said before, we have this path through the trees that the deer come through here. They walk along the back end of the property and then through the trees, and they go right past our compost pile, probably nibble on some of that stuff, and then right on through the back. But right through the back end of our property here, through this path that they like to use, there's probably about 30 feet in, there's a creek that runs along the back end of our property and goes all the way back through the trees. And I don't know how far in you can see on the camera here, but like I said, we have 5 acres in this direction, and it's all wooded land. It's got the creek, and it backs up against somebody else's property that's all wooded land, which at the back end of their property starts the wildlife preserve area. So the hunters, when they come out here to go hunting, will actually hunt from their side, push the deer as they're hunting onto our private land, and then the deer will end up on my neighbor's property and my property and my family's properties over here. So they just come over here to hide, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to get some. So it'll be good. There's some of our wildlife now. I know we should have a bigger dog out here for the size of property we have. It's an easy life out here, living in South Carolina. We enjoy it. Currently, me and my wife, neither of us are working. We are just spending all of our time focusing on the garden, on the land, everything that God blesses us with. We're going to try and take care of the best that we can. And with what He blesses us with, we're blessing others with. And by doing that, not only is He glorified, but we get an additional blessing out of it. So don't want to sound all preachy or anything, because I know some people online don't like that, but we do love the Lord. So if you don't like it, you can watch another channel. My nice new shed. Another video series if you wanted to watch that. And another project for today, before the rain comes, I've got to check on my security cameras. I have security cameras covering the entire property out here, but the one on the pole here has decided to stop working. I believe that the antenna got struck by lightning 2 days ago, and it since the wire is wrapped around it, it zapped that camera, so I may have to replace that one. But you can see we've got plenty of satellite dishes up here, so if anybody needs one, let me know. It's probably all scrap metal, but I want to be able to see, want to be able to watch all the buildings on the property and everything, and this camera here covers only a small spot because I have so many cameras out here. But I noticed it was missing that view when I got up. Just want to kind of show you the property a little bit. As you can see, we are totally surrounded by trees. It's a driveway, trees, 360 degrees around there's trees, so our house is not visible from the street. Unless you're at the right angle, then you can kind of see that there's another, my brother's house is up front, and the street is way out there. It's approximately 600 feet or so from the street to our physical house, which sucks because the cable company will not come out and put wired internet out to our house. We have to get it through the phone line because the phone line is run all the way out here. But for internet, they do 300 feet at a time. So I would have to pay to have them run another box 300 feet out, put a box, and then run wire 300 feet out to my pole to be able to get power or internet into my house. Absolutely stupid to charge me that, and they told me it'll be about $2,000 to $2,500 for them to do that, which they would of course try to get me to incur that cost. Not interested. Yeah, it does look like I need to probably get the mower out this week if it stops raining long enough. That, and I've got this big pile here. It looks like a hill. It actually is. It's a burn pile. We weed whack it down, mow it down. We throw all of our seeded material in there. We don't want to put our seeded material inside of our compost pile, because all that does is get back into the soil, and then when we put that soil into the garden, it starts growing weird vegetables and plants where we didn't intend them to be. So anything that has a seed in it, we throw it into the burn pile and let them dry out, and we burn that once or twice a year in here. Everything else gets hauled off to the dump site place. It's just horribly ugly, isn't it? No, it's absolutely beautiful out here, and it's so relaxing. Hope you guys are having a blessed day as well. Talk to you later. Hello again, YouTube. Just got another video that I'm going to try and add in to my existing one. I guess this would be considered South Carolina at night. We've got an air base nearby, so unfortunately we've got airplanes flying overhead. Luckily that one's not as low as the last couple ones that were just over the tree line. I don't know if you can see the tree line as well. Yeah, that's lower. Anyway, don't know if you can see the tree line and the actual stars that are out that we get to enjoy on our wonderful, peaceful nights out here. And here comes the Air Force again. Zoom. There it goes. That's the higher one. Now comes the lower one. see them on the camera as well. There are no street lights of any kind out here. It is pitch black. I have one light that's in the front of the property, which makes it light up a little bit. Plus the light that's on this camera helps to light up a little bit. I've got 4 lights on posts in the garden, which you can kind of see glowing there. And that's just so that I can identify where the posts are at night. Yeah, it's totally dark. Got all the sounds of nature. And like I said, the Air Force as well. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, YouTube, it's another fun day living in South Carolina. Another wonderful day where we can't do anything outside. Get a little bit of rain, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder, which means we can't go outside and play. Mainly because the lightning out here hits the ground, hits people, hits anything it wants out here. So it's a little bit dangerous, but it is fun to watch. So I figured I'd share a little bit of that with you. Of course, from the safety of my house, as it were. Don't know if you can see the lights out there in the distance. That's our garden out there. So not too super late here. It's only about 8:30 at night, but it's already dark because of the storm that's in. It's nice and relaxing. Chilling out, watching the storm. Talk to you later.